Hi everyone, welcome back after Chinese New Year.
Yeah.
And today we will be sharing my number one choice for this year, which is the most favorite Tampines Pinery Residences.
Yes.
Yeah.
So for these Pinery Residences, I think even in the agents industry is also quite hot because just from PropNext itself, there's about 700 over agents being involved in the project itself. So good luck to all the Tampines people, all the BTO, go to MOP one, they sure will be knocking your door already.
Correct. I think usually, last year the Parktown Residences is also like 90% sold in the first day of launch.
Aura of Tampines also.
EC Aura of Tampines also.
100% within the first month.
Usually EC is what second timer have the chance. This one first timer already snap up off.
Yeah, snap out.
So I'm not sure whether Pinery will be repeating this 90% or 100% sold, but let's stay tuned because today video analysis is not sharing about how good the project is, but as a buyer, if you are very interested, be it investment or own stay, how should you look into selecting the right units?
And I think especially for hotter projects like this kind of Pinery, it's very important to know not to use your emotions to go into buy. Because many a times when you get a queue number that is not as good, but because of the hype, you see so many people queuing, you just end up buying the most expensive unit. So today we are going to share more on how these are our contents today. So we are basically going to share with you the project info, and then the next 2 pointers are very important because we want to know for the unique selling point of every project, how can you identify and how can you make sure that your unit plays into the advantage of this USP. But of course not overpaying. Okay, so we want to find somewhere in the sweet spot. What are the units in the sweet spot where you can actually get some of the USP, but yet you are not paying extra for it.
Especially these competitive projects, right? When just now we mentioned the Parktown, Aura of Tampines, and the already launched one is the Revel. Yeah, so what is your unique selling point or competitive advantage against all these projects?
Yes, and if you already have concerns, because let's say right now you're waiting for Pinery, and then you already go and view Revel as well, you'll understand that the pricing is actually, there's a huge disparity lah. Okay, so is it too expensive to go into Pinery? Is it all the units in Pinery you cannot buy? So we'll go in depth into this. So before that,
do like and subscribe to our channel. If not, just scan this QR code to contact us directly to explain more in depth for you, be it this Pinery Residences or any other projects that you want to discuss with.
Yes. Alright, so with the project info, this is what we have as of now.
Okay, so this is a mixed development of 588 units. Mixed development, which means below you have actually 60 units of retail and F&B shop. Okay, but then we will not be focusing on, maybe we will not be expecting much of the very good retail shop because it's developed by Hoi Hub. So Hoi Hub is more of focusing on residential or EC condo kind. Let's say why I mentioned about the not expecting too much of the retail is like they won't be having like the advantage like CapitaLand and Far East where they can have a very anchor retail tenant. For example, big brands.
Yeah, do you know how CapitaLand and Far East actually get their tenants? So like let's say right now the malls they have, right? If let's say Uniqlo for example, okay, they want to extend their lease, continue to rent for another 3-4 years or 5 years. Okay, so they'll tell CapitaLand about it. So CapitaLand, I won't say it's definitely CapitaLand, it's just an example. Okay, so this developer will actually tell this brand, okay, I have a new mall coming up. Okay, so in order for you to renew this lease, you have to take my shop over here, this retail shop in my new development. Only if you take, then I'll extend. So this is how some big developers get their anchor tenants easily. So for Hoi Hub, they are not in the retail or the commercial field long enough, so maybe the anchor tenants you cannot expect like Uniqlo maybe like Forever 21. Yeah, smaller brands lah. Okay, so if you are buying this because you think that there's big retail coming in, you might not get it. Okay, so don't put your hopes on that lah. Okay, but of course there are other attractive things over here that you should keep a lookout.
Which is actually maybe not focusing more on the retail, but focusing more on the direct link way to the Tampines West MRT, which is the blue color downtown line. Yeah, and then okay, so this will be 99 years starting from 2025. The expected TOP will be about 2029. Yeah, right. So car park lots is at 474. Okay, this will be the location map, which you can see, right? This is the Pinery, and it's direct link way to this Tampines West MRT.
Almost like an integrated development.
So the integrated and mixed development, the difference is just that integrated.
Transport node lah.
Transport node. Yeah. Okay. Then just now we mentioned the Revel EC is actually located here.
a bit further away from the MRT lah.
Not so near, but
it's still within the good school over here, right?
Yeah.
Which is
St. Hilda's and St. Hilda's, I think is a good school. Then another one is Jin Yuan Primary School.
Primary.
Your old name.
Yeah. Okay, there's also one empty plot right beside.
Oh, sorry.
This one on the left, I think it's not zoned for anything yet, but it's under residential lah. So likely, I would say it could be a condo in the future. Yeah. So down the road, I think it might be more expensive lah. Okay, so there are also people saying that wow, right now Pinery is expensive. But if let's say this residential plot next time it comes out to be even more expensive, and you are not a mixed D, that will make Pinery actually more attractive in the future. So this is one thing you need to consider lah. If today you feel that wow, Pinery too expensive comparing to Rebel, you don't want to enter, the next opportunity you have in this area might be the one beside already. So see whether you want to take this opportunity to enter this year. Okay.
Alright. Right, so this is the directly zoom into the site plan of Pinery. There are 6 blocks, okay? And you can see right from over here just now the location map as well. Actually, the facing will be inner facing pool view, okay? If not, there is one particular stack that will be facing this is a multi-purpose court, okay? The other, right, just now we mentioned, is all residential HDB plots, and just now this part is the one that you mentioned, the empty plots. So not sure what is going to be developed. Okay, but over here there will be one. Okay, let me zoom back to the location map again. So only this stack over here, you will be facing the greenery park area.
Yeah. Not very fantastic lah, I would say. Yeah, so depends on really if you want more unblocked view, maybe you can choose these stacks. But if you don't feel like this is a stack that you want, this kind of facing is not something that you will really go and see every day one, then my recommendation is just focus on the pool views, inner facings one. Okay, but later on we'll talk more about whether you should buy the outside facing, you should buy the HDB facing or the inner facing.
Yeah. Okay, but the site plan, as you can see, right, there is not much of a grand entrance like for the past previous projects. Okay, later on we will touch on, because buying into here, what are people buying into?
Yeah, one thing about mixed D is always about the entrance. There's some mixed D that I go into, I really cannot find the exact block to it, because the entrance is all tucked into one corner. But for this one, Pinery, I heard is actually the whole block is linked to the retail, the first story lah. So it's easier to find.
So it's like different block have different entrance. Because I remember some have to, I think it's Jurong Point, the Centuries, right? I think you have to go, when I want to visit my friend's condo, I have to go to find one corner. You tell me, at this bread top shop, the leaf there. I need to find here, find there. So in terms of, let's say when you're exiting, for your resale buyer, when they view the house, they will also see the entrance walkway, the convenience
to find. The experience of viewing the house is very important in the future also.
So now we'll touch on the unit distribution. As you can see here, right, there are about 43% of 2-bedder units, which investors will be more happier, because just now we mentioned the Revel that is just a bit downwards to our development, right? Their starting bedroom type is 3-bedder and above.
So usually for ECs, it's all 3-bedders and above. So if people who are looking at Pinery, basically either they cannot qualify for EC, they have to buy a private property. Okay, so this 2-bedroom is actually quite low in demand in this area because majority of it is all let's say ECs, that kind of 3-4-bedders lah. So 2 bedrooms over here, later on we will understand the pricing also. Okay, to see whether it's a wise choice for investors to enter as well.
Because you also have to zoom into the number of 2-bedroom units, about 252 units. And then comparing, because let's say for Tampines area, are majority HDB upgraders, right? More of own stay buyers. So in terms of, let's say you were to buy just purely for investing, you want to flip after 4 years, you might want to look into it, because you might want to rent first before you start selling. Your unit 2-bedroom may sell out slower.
Correct. Because usually if let's say 252 units, once it comes to SSD is over, everybody's ready to sell, you could experience a 50% of the unit mix wanting to sell also. So 50% of 2 bedrooms is 100 over units. Then you have to fight with so many people. So very importantly, when you buy a 2-bedroom over here, first thing of course is the price, that we want to make sure that you don't buy too expensive. Okay. The next thing you want to look at is also whether your layout will cater to more own stay young couples. Okay, because definitely there are young couples who are looking in this area for just a 2-bedroom. So your layout also must fit this kind of profile in this kind of estate. Okay, but one thing my concern is actually for the 3 bedrooms. Okay, because there's a private property, there's always a 3 compact and then a 3 premium. Okay, so in Pinery's case, 3 premium is the 3-bedroom plus household shelter and onwards lah. Okay, so there are 3 compact options over here. Okay, if let's say you are hoping to sell to a own stay buyer in the
HDB
future,
upgraders.
you have a budget of over 2 million, would you go and buy these three compared?
Which is why we have to zoom into the layout and to see, because from especially HDB upgraders, I think the minimum size about 990 square feet. Yeah, for me to adjust to shifting to without household shelter, number one, and to reduce to a smaller size, I may want to look at other surrounding projects as well.
Yeah, especially later on when you see for the bedroom size, it's scarily small.
Unless the price.
If the price makes sense, of course, you're buying the convenience lah. But if let's say you get your queue number which is way behind, and you feel, wow, if I miss out on this unit, I might not get a chance. Better 三思 means think again.
three thoughts. 三思. Alright. Again, if you want to talk about, if you are really interested, because Pinery is the number one project that you're aiming this year, and you're someone that really love mixed development or walkway to MRT kind, just scan this QR code and we will chat more.
Okay, so for today's pointers that we want to share in terms of the analysis part, we also want to share with you these few pointers that we try to be as layman as possible so that you can remember it when you go into the booking queue. Okay, very importantly, especially when you get a good queue, let's say under 20, actually, for Nara Residences, my queue was number 2.
Wow!
In the whole entire
your
development,
life
number 2.
Is it your entire life also?
Entire life for the past 8 years.
Best number.
Best number already. Yeah, the buyer was like, so what should we do? So if you don't have someone to guide you on the spot, what should you shortlist, etc., you might get into a frenzy where you just choose anyhow. So you get a good queue, also no use. Later you choose something that is not favorable, then you wasted your queue. So very importantly, before you even enter the queue, you must know what are the things that you should look out for. What are the things you should avoid? Then you go in straight away, 10 minutes, book, can already. Make it stress-free. Okay, so buying a property, am I right to say this is usually what buyers will always want? Okay, all the people want to buy as high as possible, as big as possible. With a 2 million budget, you tell me what I can buy the biggest 3-bedroom, for example. Okay, if you can go to 4-bedroom, even better. Okay, then in some developments, everybody wants the best view. I want unblock but sometimes they are buying for investment only. Then they say, I want unblock view wow, this view very nice but they are not staying inside. Okay. Then next is more functional layouts. Okay, functional layouts later on we'll touch on where it's important to buy a functional layout. Okay, and lastly will be the convenience. Okay, is it convenient going to somewhere? Is it convenient for you to carry out your daily activities?
Near school, near MRT.
Yeah. So some projects that we just want to highlight to give you sort of a sensing what are the projects that you should look out for if you are looking at a certain aspect. Okay, like let's say for example as high as possible. Which are the projects do you think that you should go as high as possible?
Zion Grand.
Zion Grand. Okay.
Sky 61 level.
Why? Why Zion Grand?
Because I mean in Singapore there are not a lot of condo or project residential plot that have more than 50 stories. So this is the USP, unique selling point.
But if let's say their per floor jump, they really look a lot of percentage, and then you really buy sky high price, man? No, man. I think why you buy Zion Grand is also because of this pricing. Their per floor jump was not too high. That's why you can buy as high as possible because if you see the recent River Modern, the highest was like the highest is like 3,007 PSF. Then Zion Grand's 61st floor, I think 3,005 only. Yeah, so 61st floor versus River Modern 36, I think. I think 36th floor is about double the height, but you get almost the same PSF. So of course, when you want to buy as high as possible, then we need to look on certain strategies that the developers use. So as big as possible, where should we buy as big as possible?
Usually Heartland OCR area, Outer Central, the bigger condo or resale EC.
Resale EC, okay. Yeah. In terms of resale, because older condos, you buy as big as possible because you cannot find that kind of size anymore. And why OCR is also because there are more own stay people. But actually, even in let's say River Valley, okay, you see there are a lot of condos there, and because of the school, etc., people want to stay over there. It's also quite wise to buy as big as possible over there. Okay. Next, views. Views, I think Zion Grand again, because
Zion Grand,
whole Singapore don't have that kind of
sky view. And River Modern.
River Modern view. Because of river. Okay.
Mayor Blue, see.
Mayor Blue. Okay.
Upcoming Bella Bay, also sea view, right?
Bella. A lot. Okay. Why we say that this nice view is important, or in terms of these projects, this is a USP of the projects, because in the resale time, definitely people go there, just want something that faces the sea, for example. And if you buy something that's not facing the sea, definitely they are going to press down your price, and you might not get the demand that you expected. Okay, then in terms of functionality, I think it's almost the same as this, as big as possible lah.
Yeah, the layout and all that.
But sometimes in OCR region, there are some developers that they don't build good layouts. What I say by not good layouts means it's really for rental kind. Singaporeans don't want to stay inside one. So functionality, we are mainly targeting all the Singaporeans, the PRs that will want to buy from us in the future. So there are some developers that is good. Can you name some? In building layouts.
Simlian, CDL.
Simlian is known for their layout. CDL, I think Goko.
Goko, yes.
And I think UOL. UOL also has one of the best big unit types layouts. Sky at Holland.
Sky at Holland.
The big units is really attractive. That's why you see, even though it's just at the launch, it's 99% sold already.
Correct.
So one thing to note, when you are looking for functional layout, look for this kind of developers. It's easy to find a layout that you like. Okay, and lastly, convenience will be basically on the whether it's a mixed D or integrated.
Yep.
Then there are some that is pure residential that is just beside the MRT. That kind is also something that you want to look out for. Okay. So next thing I just want to check, or just want to ask you, in your opinion, okay, in the mixed D, because today we are talking about Pinery, out of all these pointers, which one do you think will be the important points
for mixed D?
Let's say you are a resale buyer and then you see all the condos around and then you want to buy a mixed D. What will come to your mind first?
Convenience, because I'm aiming a mixed D. That means I'm someone that is convenience is the number one important thing to me. I'm very lazy. I want to be very walking distance to MRT or my daily groceries.
Okay, MRT, groceries,
supermarkets, or even F&B. My tapa, I just go downstairs and buy my food.
Okay, then which one is actually day to day you confirm or need to use one?
MRT, of course.
MRT.
Because thinking about not just myself and my kids, thing is because convenience, we want to be very safe for them as well, so they don't need to cross the road to take their public transport. MRT is more of a number one.
Then what's number two?
Well, number two should be F&B. I still need my food. Groceries, I think usually we do a
once
lot
or twice a week lah.
Yeah, once or twice. If not, we just do a delivery, one shot order, right? Yes. You don't need to carry.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So this is very important, extremely important when you consider all these before you select your desired stacks. Okay. So next pointer, what is important for Pinery, for mixed D?
Functional layout.
Okay, because we are in Tampines estate.
We're in Tampines. That means just now you touch on the OCR, Heartland area.
Yeah.
HDB area.
Yeah, because we want to attract more HDB upgraders to come and buy from us.
Right.
That will actually help us bring out our price. Okay. And maybe you choose the third one out of all this.
As big as possible.
As big?
Yeah.
Okay. So why as big as possible? I think it's also because the profile of the people will be different. Let's say if I can buy a 4-bedroom, actually the 4-bedroom buyers, their income level in the future will also be quite huge. And usually it's joint name. So joint name means double income. They can actually afford even more in the future. Okay, so why didn't you choose, let's say, as high as possible and this unblocked nice view?
For Pinery aspect, right?
Yeah.
Because, Pinery aspect, highest is only level 14. Yeah. Then unblocked view, nice view. I think we cannot have everything in everything good, right? So to me, if I want convenience already, I will, I want functionality and as big as possible. Definitely the price entry will be a bit higher. So if I still want to add in an unblocked view or a very premium facing, what am I paying for?
Okay. So I think for mixed D, if let's say next time you are looking for a pure residential, let's say Villa Bay, for example, all these choices will change again. All this USP of the development. Okay. So later on, we are going to share more on if let's say today your queue number is it in front or behind, and then you end up paying more, but actually you don't get this pointer 1, 2, and 3, but you're paying more. Actually you are helping the developers earn money. But if today we can find something, we call it the sweet spot. That means to say I get some of this, but yet I don't pay as much. Why do I say that? It's because developers, they cannot load on every unit. Okay, if they load on every unit, their units will move. So during the preview, that is where they will give some cushion on some of the units to make it very attractive for the units to move first. So we want to spot all these units during the preview period or the launch booking day. Okay. So now on the site plan itself.
Just now we mentioned the number one key thing you want buy mixed D is also I want convenience, right? So we are also detailed that we actually zoom into what is the first story directly under your block.
The placement of
the placement of everything. Like for example, the placement of supermarket will be at this block. Then direct link to MRT, just now it was my number one choice, that if I want to buy a mixed D, my convenience is I don't want to walk so much to so far to the MRT really. So if you see here, right, for most ideal number one, right, for me, the block 930, this will be the lift lobby directly linked to MRT, the linkway to MRT. So will developer actually load this as a higher price?
Later we will explore more, but usually I would say for developers, they're later on we'll share the three common ones.
How will they do the loadings?
But usually I don't see them like loading based on, let's say, to the MRT or to the whichever. Yeah.
Yep. Then secondly, you can see, right, they per block there are actually one lift lobby as well. So when you were to, in future exit time resale buyers, right, when they enter, they want to visit a few different units or different blocks, you won't be like chasing a maze to find that exact lobby, where is it. So this is quite a USP to me as a developer, how they actually build their location, their site.
Yeah, and I think in terms of the resale experience, like how you're going to meet the buyers, how your agent is going to meet the buyers in the future is also very important. Like example, you tell them, oh, this condo is just beside Tampines West MRT. Okay, then you meet me at the F&B. F&B lobby, let's say block 922. Okay, but they might end up going to the 928 because there also got F&B.
Another F&B.
Then in terms of the delay in the experience, where is it the kind?
I'm at Yakun, where you know it's in Vector.
Then let's say I say, meet me at the supermarket. It's the block furthest away. That's not a selling point anymore. It's furthest away from the MRT. Okay, but you tell the person, just out of the MRT linkway, you will see my block there, which is 930, for example. Straight away can find already. So very importantly, next time your resale buyers, when they want to buy a mixed D, they want to buy the convenience, they want to buy the ease of accessing to the area, to your block itself, to the unit itself. So I think for myself, definitely I will prioritize 930, block 930, because it really brings me the most convenience. Although I'm not near F&B, that's okay, because when I want to eat, I just want to walk across all to choose the one that I want to eat. What am I craving? I walk across all. Then supermarket is just 1 or 2 highs per week. That's okay. I walk far for 1 or 2 days in the week. It's okay. Then food court is in the middle, still okay. But the main thing is the MRT. Okay. So these were the 3 common developer strategies that I think our previous projects we also have mentioned here and there, but today we just want to anchor it more such that you are able to remember it. Okay, so watching our video actually will help you in let's say the booking day itself. If let's say you find that you are underprepared, okay, by your agent or whoever, and your queue is really good, you don't want to waste this queue, you can actually come back to our video to sort of recap what are the things that you should look out for. Okay, so just now when we mentioned as high as possible, we're actually referring to the per floor jump loading by the developers. Next thing, as big as possible, is actually the unit type jump. Okay, and then lastly, in terms of the view, that's the view jump that we want to pay focus on. Okay, so first thing, when we talk about the per floor jump, okay, what we are referring to is actually from the lowest unit, for example, and then they load on this 8,000. So it will work out to be approximately about 0.5% jump. Okay, and you can see as the floor goes higher, they will definitely need to add some premium to it. Okay, so you can see 8K, then 32K, 8K, 8K, 40K, then 8K again. Okay?
So at certain floor, they actually build additional loading premium to it. It's not just 0.5%.
Yeah, it becomes like 2% and this 2.5%. Okay, these are some ways that developer tries to earn money from it. Okay, and especially when sometimes they, let's say VVIP booking or priority booking, like agents can get to buy on the Friday, public buy on the Saturday. On Friday, what they will do is actually they block off the lower floors. So some agents, no choice, they have to buy like this floor onwards. Or some VIPs, they no choice, they have to buy from here onwards. So the lower floors, actually the premium is not there, so left for the public booking to buy. Okay, then depends on your queue number. If let's say today is a Saturday booking, and then you have the units here from level 4 to level 7. Okay, so 8K jump, then this 32K jump. Okay, which unit will you go for first?
I'll go for the level that is before the extra loading of the 2%.
Okay,
that means level 6.
Level 6. Okay, so you go by 654. Okay, why we want to do it this way is because 8K jump is a normal thing, and then the higher you go, usually like what I mentioned, buyers want as high as possible. Okay, so we don't want to pay extra just for another level. Okay, then we just buy from the next lower floor. Okay, but if let's say the unit already crossed this, and then you have like that. Okay, which is level 7 to level 10.
Same thing, the one before the extra loading, which is level 8.
Level 9. So level 9, only 8K jump, then go to level 10, need to add 40K. Then we go by level 9, then 8, then if there's 6, then we go to 6 lah. We don't go to 7 first. Okay, because 7 got this 32k jump. Okay, this is an example of how you can shortlist your units accordingly.
If they use this per floor jump strategy.
So importantly for Hoi Hut, because they use this strategy before, how you're going to check prices on that day itself is also very important. Especially if let's say you're queue number 10 and then they only release the prices on the morning itself. Okay, how your agent is going to go to the counter to ask for prices, very important, because they can only check 3 prices or 4 prices max per check. Okay, so what are the units that you have to focus on, very important. Okay, so if the developers is loading on per floor jump, okay, that means to say this pointer we don't want to buy as high as possible already. Okay, we just make use of this to buy the next, the lowest one, so 8k jump one. Okay, but the others, then what we want to buy, just now mixed D we said as big as possible and as convenient as possible, as functional as possible. The view we don't need to buy the view lah. But if let's say you are able to get a pool view at a better price, okay, then go for a better view. What I mean is, if let's say this better view is let's say level 2, okay, and then because they use per floor jump, that means some level 4 or 5, okay, level 4 or 5, let's say 2 bedroom could be the same price as the other one that is
3 bedroom.
3 bedroom nice view. Then go for the 3 bedroom nice view. Okay, this is just an example. Alright, next, the view jump strategy.
So view jump strategy, you're using a Grand Diamond as an example. From here that we cited, right? The one facing, okay, so Grand Diamond, there are different type of facing. One is the inner facing, another one, all these stack here, okay, will all be landed unblocked facing. Okay, so for example, we take this blue color circle one is all the landed facing. Okay, just use for 2 beta first. 2 beta at 775 square feet, okay, in July 2024, is sold at 2.2 million. Whereas comparing to the inner pool view, okay, in just 1 month earlier, okay, same 2 bedroom 775 square feet is 2 million. So at 2 million, so it's like 200k of premium you are paying just to get the unblocked landed view. Another thing, at 3 beta, you get so at 3.8 million for the tennis court view. Okay, comparing for a 3 beta at 4.1 million for the landed view, which is about 300,000 difference. Yeah, so in this kind of case, which one should you choose?
Okay.
If let's say if it's Pinery, yeah. So number 1, just now we mentioned we will be choosing the one that is as big and as functional as possible.
But all these, the checking of prices, you need to know which to check. Like just now, we want to check first is check the per floor jump, whether they are using that strategy. The next check we want to go in, we want to check on the view. Are they loading on any views? Okay. Then the next one that we're going to talk about is this unit type jump. Okay, so usually unit type jump, you will get a sort of a sensing when it comes to the starting from prices. Usually during the preview period, they will release and say that, oh, my starting price for 2, 3, 4, 5 bedroom is how much. Then you will see the PSF. Okay, so in terms of PSF, you can already see okay, whether they are loading on the bigger unit types or the smaller unit types. Okay, last time, okay, about maybe 6 years ago, the developers are all loading on the smaller unit types. So you realize like for 1, 2 bedroom, you have higher PSF, and then the bigger unit type will have lower PSF. Okay, but recently we see a change in this kind of developers pricing. In turn they just look on the bigger unit type, like the 4, 5 or even the 3+ study. They start to look on these bigger unit types. I think that's a very smart move for the developers to use it. Why? Because now that the PSF for the smaller units are lower, it's more absorbable in the initial on start.
So their smaller type can move faster.
Smaller types can move. Okay, and then the bigger unit types, if they have more PSF, that means more expensive, it's okay, because once it comes to TOP, that's where usually the demand will come in. Because own stay profile usually closer to TOP, then they will buy. So by then the market will already move to a certain PSF. That PSF will already become acceptable PSF already. Okay, so from Zion Grand we also see the same pattern. Okay, so let's say we start from a 2 bedroom first. Over here you can see it's 3002 PSF. Okay, or even for the 1 bedroom plus study, it's also 3002 PSF. Okay, we are using all level 61 for example. So 3002 for the smaller one. Then the next one, the 3 premium, we go up to close to 3003 already. Okay, and then for the 2+ study is also in the 3002 to 3003 range. Okay, next we see the 3 compact. Okay, 3 compact, you see 3003 close to 3004, this one close to 3004, this one already 3004. Okay, and then next will be the 3+ study. You can see it's already crossing 3004, going to close to 3005. And then when we see the 4 bedroom, you will see 3005, and then 5 bedroom 3005. Okay, so you see the disparity. The 1 and 2 smaller units, 3,002. The bigger unit types go to 3,005. Okay, so very obvious they are loading on the bigger unit type. Okay, so what are the unit types then we want to focus on will be maybe on the 2 and 3. Okay, the 3 compact, for example.
Smaller tree, yeah.
If you can find a sweet spot in between and you can find a PSF that is actually very attractive, that is the sweet spot unit we are talking about. Okay, so River Modern, they also do the same thing. You see for the smaller unit types over here, 2008, 2009 starting from, but the bigger unit type 4 bedroom, they start from 3,001, 3,002. Okay, and the highest PSF they reach is about 3,007. Okay, so we also have to understand, if let's say for River Modern you have just went through 90% sold on the first day. Okay, were you able to buy a river facing unit, but yet you are not paying too much on the PSF? Maybe you entered in the 3,000, 3,001 PSF. That was the sweet spot for a river facing unit. Okay, that means to say you are buying the USP of the project, yet you are not overpaying. Okay, the worst thing that comes to booking day is you buy something that is not the USP. For example, for Pinery, you buy something that is the park view or the pool view.
Only one, yeah.
But you buy level 13, 14. Then for what? Then you buy the furthest away from the MRT one. And jialat. Yeah, okay. So the last thing we want is for you to overpay for something that does not help you in the future. A little bit of break over here. If you don't understand what we have mentioned so far, quickly scan, reach out, then we'll explain to you through a text. Okay, no obligations, just feel free to just ask us lah. We are happy to share. Or even on the launch day itself, if you see any of us there, you need some help, just try to get us. We might be with other clients, but we try as much as possible to help as many people as possible lah.
Yep.
Okay. Now quickly on the floor plans.
Now we'll touch on the 2 bedrooms. 2 bedrooms, this will be at 624 square feet, which is the smallest. Yeah, their 2 bedroom is, they don't have 2 bed 1 bath, so it's straight away 2 bed 2 bath. Okay, this one it will be more of a, we actually did this kind of strategy just now we mentioned, right? If developer uses the per floor jump method, which do you go for? Okay, we actually indicated the stacks here, so you can quickly do a screenshot of how you want to do, or call us to explain more. Okay, of course, if let's say per floor jump, we will focus on the view already, so we'll start off with stack 40, 44, and then subsequently the one outside. But then another thing you can take note of is we can also focus on the, just now we mentioned the block that has the nearest direct linkway to MRT. If they use a view jump, so which one should you focus on first? The one that is outside, stack 36. See, we always use the one that is nearest to the linkway MRT block first. Okay, so block 930 stack 36, okay, to the residential plot first. Okay, so for each floor type, right, we indicated, let's say the cheapest, if they start from 2,003 per square foot. Okay, this is a guideline of the starting from price. Next, we'll move on to the second type of 2 bedrooms, 635 square feet. There are only 24 units. Okay, same thing. We have indicated the strategy used, so focus on it. But one thing to highlight for this particular layout, okay, what we don't like is when you enter, there.
Don't like lah.
Okay, sorry. Cannot say don't like. What is the con of this layout? Okay,
what the thing that you need to take note of? When you...
Take note. Okay. The thing to take note is there is don't have a designated dining area because it's in the middle of your kitchen walkway. Okay, and then take note of this common bedroom here.
What, 9.9 very big
9.9 very big. Usually it's about 9 square meter. But you look at here, when you walk in, your 9.9 eat into your walking space already. Very long very long walkway. Another thing is you have only a very small window. Yeah, that means your room will be very dark.
Very conducive for you to sleep in.
If you want to use this as a, maybe young couple, use this as a study room,
baby
or game room. Baby room, okay. Or gaming room. You need dark one. But only 24 units lah. Okay, then another type, okay. This one only have 36 units as well. And this will all be in the 667 square feet in the supermarket and the F&B block, the one lower
on the south side.
South side, yeah. Okay, again, strategize on these stacks if you were to choose based on the different type of strategies that we just shared.
But based on these 3 floor plans, I would definitely want to prioritize B1 first lah.
My top choice will be this B1, yep.
But my concern for B1 will be the number of competitors in the future when it comes to selling. Because 120, if let's say I just take a 50%, I have to compete with about 60 units together, selling at the same time, renting at the same time. Yeah, and same layout. So definitely what I want to buy is the cheapest as cheap as possible, but as near to the MRT as possible. That would be my unique selling point when
USP.
it comes to the resale market.
Correct. So prioritize on this one first. Then if you are purely just for investment, you want to rent out, see whichever is the lowest price entry as well. But for 2-bedders here, you will really take some time to sell out. Okay.
Those are 2+ study, very common layout, 2+ study. So this study is just in between the toilet and the the bedroom lah. Okay, but just take note of this sequence that you want to consider if let's say certain strategy is being used. Okay, what I like about this 2+ study is all at the top on the north side. Okay, that means it's all close to the MRT linkway.
So you can see the developer strategy already. They put the better layouts at
they
the
want to
nearer to
sell-
the MRT.
Sell the investment products fast, so they just put on the most convenient place. Okay, so in terms of the PSF, if let's say they really look on the bigger unit type and the smaller unit type they didn't put in as much loading, actually 2+ study might be a good investment product over here.
Right.
Okay, because 2+ study you will not be able to compete with let's say Vivel EC. Okay, because they don't have the unit type. But the pricing very important, because later on we got compile a table of pricing. So a 2+ study, what can you afford in Vivel EC? That one very important to note also. Okay, so just take note on all this sequence. Okay, basically we are all state all this sequence in all the floor plans. There are some floor plans I didn't state is because I think it's just 2 stacks. You can just choose either one.
Yeah.
Okay. This is the compilation of the prices. Okay, this is all Pinery. If let's say they start from 2003, we don't know the starting from price yet. Okay, it should be released very soon because the preview is coming. Okay, but you can really see the difference in the pricing. These two are mixed D. Parktown is also a mixed D. Okay, it's actually integrated over there. Okay, but our concern is actually these people over here. Okay, that's why we also state the TOP and MOP date. Okay, so 2029, although TOP is in 2029 for Pinery, but the SSD will only clear in 2030. Okay, so if you only want to sell after the SSD, you have 2030. Okay, then 1 more year, you will face AOT coming out. Okay, in the resale market, fighting with you for buyers. Okay, and Simlian, being Simlian, their layout
Layouts will
be good. Okay, so if you don't buy a good layout in Pinery, next time you are in trouble. I'll say. Okay, because in terms of prices, if let's say a 3 compact, 1.856 versus a 1.4. Okay, this 1.4 3-bedroom is actually the price of our 2-bedroom in Pinery. So very scary if let's say you buy a 2-bedroom and then in the future you only wait until 2031 to sell. Okay, a lot of people might as well buy a 3-bedroom in AOT.
So what we are doing now is also to help you have a guideline of when is your exit time as well.
Okay.
Time properly.
The one consolation that we see is actually Parktown is slightly more expensive
Consolation.
than Pinery. Okay, it's about 100k for the smaller unit types, but when it goes to the bigger unit type, it's about 600k to about 700k.
And what we indicated here are all the cheapest that we saw. So we
cheaper,
haven't counted the average pricing yet.
Okay, then the direct competitor Vivel, you can see for the 3 premium 1.67, but our 3 premium here 2.27. So it's about 600k difference already. Or it's about 600 to 700k difference.
Right.
So how long do you have before this Vivel is going to compete with you? 2030 to 2034. So 4 years for you to sell. So if it's me, maybe I can stay there for a while for my kids to go to the primary school, St. Hilda's. Then after that, after about when they are primary 3, primary 4, I might start to want to let go quickly before this Vivel comes up to fight my pricing. Okay, so of course, can I say that all these units cannot buy, too expensive cannot buy? It's also not true. Okay, because there are people who cannot afford EC, cannot go into EC because of the eligibility problem at the onstart this year. Okay, in the future, resale buyers, there will also definitely be people who consider maybe convenience first, or the distance, how they bring their kids to school are very important. Some people just
only one mixed D or integrated. They only want MRT just right downstairs.
So I would say the demand will still be there. Whether it's great or not, I can't say it. But being in Tampines, I would say every year there will be BTO reaching their MOP. There will be a lot of HDB upgraders. If really they can't find something they like in Vivel, the next best option they have is actually Pinery. So of course, I would say you might not have the first take of the buyers, okay, but at least you are in a mixed D linkway to MRT. There's still something unique over there. So very importantly, why we mentioned just now about buying into the USP of the project. This is how it will help you or not help you in the future.
So now we will talk about a 3-bedder. Okay, for this it will be the smallest 3-bedder, which is the compact at 807 square feet. So just now we already mentioned Revel, the starting from it will be 990 square feet. And to take note, this has no household shelter, where compared to Revel, there is minimally one household shelter, which is very ideal for HDB upgraders. Alright. Okay. Same thing, we also do the price strategy in terms of the developer choices they use. Okay. Next, it will be the 861 square feet. Again, this will be the smaller type, compact. Okay. What to look out for? There is only 2 stacks, so which to choose based on the developer's strategies. But compare that C1 layout, okay, versus C2 layout, I would prefer this C2 layout because everything is more traditional layout, all tucked into one side.
But the downside is I don't like the kitchen. For me I won't buy this layout because of the kitchen.
Okay, because it is usually it will be at the door, nearer to the door area here.
Straight to the dining area.
It's straight to dining area. This one is when you cook finish, you still have to turn one round, put your very hot soup.
Everything will go to the room.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's the con.
But this one same.
Same thing.
Oh, this one worse. Worse this one worse my honest opinion huh?
You cannot say don't like.
Don't like?
Not so.
Cannot say don't like.
Cannot say don't like.
Not as ideal because you see the long walkway, it costs you more also. I don't know how you're going to sell this one if let's say Revel is up.
Right. So maybe focus on the bigger type. So we'll just touch on very quickly. This one is mainly focusing on the stack is actually at the linkway to the MRT block. Now, competitive already because the bigger bedroom type with household shelter at 990 square feet. Again, you will be at the MRT linkway. Starting from price, let's say if it's 2003, right, it's starting at 2.2 million. Again, time your exit timing. If you are looking to sell before or maybe stay a bit longer, or you want to time yourself.
But one thing I really find is a problem in Pinery is actually the entrance. Usually it's a long walkway. To us, it's really a wasted space. And it really costs you quite a bit more. Like, let's say 2-3 square meters of this kind of walkway. If you have seen Revel's floor plan, they really save up on that space to give you more living space, more dining area. So really lose out for the 3 bedrooms over here. Unless you really want the convenience. If not, you can speak to us.
Okay, 1012 square feet. It will be at only 1 stack. Okay, the only difference, actually not much of a difference, is all the 3 bedroom premium difference is just the foyer walkway area. And now at least it's not so long walkway. You have a staggered a bit. You can still place your cabinets and all that.
Sitting area.
Yeah, but the starting cheapest will be at 2.3 million. Again, another 1023.
Longer walkway.
Now it's staggered but a bit longer now.
The neck longer.
But nearest to MRT. Yeah. Now this one is the 3 bedroom with study. So, but what I like about this 1055 square feet, the study is actually quite functional because you can either use it as a very big master bedroom or very big walk-in wardrobe. Yeah, it's got a functionality there, and there are quite a number of units, 60 units at the different blocks.
And there's also a window for the area.
For the study,
There's one more window at the aircon ledge area.
Oh yeah, so walkway, it will be usually the walkway to your bedroom will be quite dark. So this is the good attribute for this layout. Right, now we are talking about the 4 bedrooms.
Okay, this 4 bedroom very similar to the 3 compact that you see, very long walkway entrance. And also it's not, the stacks is actually towards the south. So D1 I might not consider at all. Okay, either I buy my 3+ study, if not, I just go to another 4 bedroom type. Okay, which we see the next one, which is
this
the
one
D2.
is with store. So you will prefer this 1195 with store and study.
Store and study, landscape living hall. And I'll focus on stack 16. Why? Because even though they might look on views or that, let's say they look on pool view, but because I'm a 4 bedroom plus study, my profile next time when I sell to, I want them to see the pool view also, in order to give me a good price. If let's say I buy stack 3 or stack 8, and then they look out, it's just the HDB block. Maybe nothing much.
Here got a bit of park view.
But in terms of the convenience, 16 is still better. It's in the middle of the entire development. Okay. One thing we didn't mention is actually the common bedroom size, 8.4 square meters. Very small.
8.3 here.
Yeah. You might go to the show flat and then the agents might be telling you 8.4 can, still can put queen size bed. But honestly, if you speak to like us HDB upgraders, you give me an 8.4 wapiang. I cannot.
I mean, queen size bed you have to tuck all the way to the window.
Yeah.
I mean, you still can take clothes. I mean, you just have to.
Your clothes cannot be too big. Your finger cannot be too big.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. But it still gives you whatever you need for this layout. What I like is actually the landscape. layout.
Perfect.
The living hall. And then stack 30 is actually quite nice. I think in front of stack 21 could be the barbecue piece if I'm not wrong. So definitely stack 30 is my choice. Okay, and it's near to MRT also. Next one, D4. Okay, just a longer walkway, which I might not prioritize this at all. Okay, so 2.84 million. Okay, for a 4-bedroom.
Both pool view.
Yeah. Okay, D5. D5 is actually quite nice. Okay, because of the junior master. Okay, and then for the master room, there's this walk-in wardrobe, which is quite nice for ladies lah. Okay, so junior master, is it a necessity here? It might not, but it's just that the facing is quite premium. Okay, block 15, totally nobody's blocking you. Because in terms of, let's say I use 15 versus 16, 16 you will realize you have stack 24, maybe blocking partially on the left side. Okay, but stack 15 you can see actually on both sides there's nothing blocking you. Okay, so I might go for this D5 if I have the budget of 3.4, 3.5 million. Okay, if not, I might just go to this 5-bedroom.
The next jump bigger.
Okay, you see 3.4, 3.5, actually I can still get a 5-bedroom also.
Yep.
So might as well, if got 5-bedroom, buy the 5-bedroom. And also no blockage on either sides.
Yep.
Okay, the
Not
downside,
so big long way. The walkway, yep.
the downside is this is the furthest from the MRT. 5-bedroom furthest from the MRT. Okay, so very obvious what developers trying to do. They're trying to clear out their 2 bedrooms as fast as possible first.
Alright.
So the rest they really they can afford to hold for a while lah. Okay. So now we are adding in this owner score. Okay. So that you have a rough gauge on whether or not this is a good development for you to consider.
Like a project report card. Yeah.
Okay, so in our previous video in Zion we talked about this opportunity, livability, and desirability. Okay, this is actually the different phases on your ownership. Okay, opportunity meaning to say when you buy into the project, is it a good opportunity for you to enter?
With the price entry and all that, competitive or not? Yeah.
Okay, then the second one is livability. Okay, when you stay inside, what are the convenience that you get? What are the layouts that you get? Is it functional, etc. Third one will be the desirability for your resale buyers. Would they want to buy from you in the future? Okay, so maybe we go by the first one, opportunity first. What's the grade that you give? This time around, we let Charlene do the grading. In terms of entry price, 1 to 10.
6 out of 10.
6 out of 10, okay. I think one of the concerns is actually the pricing.
The pricing, and we are comparing with the resale EC when the MOP. Yeah, which is River and Orel at Tampines. So this one, sorry.
6, suddenly becomes 7.
So this one, 6 7. So this one, it will be 6 out of 10 for me.
Okay, then
because I need to really zoom into how long am I holding on to it. Yeah.
Okay, next about the livability, that means to say in terms of the convenience. The school, and then
I will give 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10, wow, very high.
I mean, it's convenience, right? It's very near to MRT. Of course, I will choose the block that is very near to MRT. I have kids. I want the transport is very important. They need to take every day. So to me, livability is there.
Yeah, and you also don't want them to walk through all the retail, right? Later they say, "Mommy, I want to buy this, I want to buy that."
Correct. Then every day you come home with a lot of other unnecessary items. Correct.
Okay. So now, but then next will be the last one, will be desirability in terms of the resale buyers. Would they want to buy here instead of other projects surrounding?
Desirability, I think, will be 7 out of 10 because we still have an edge over other, which is our convenience. But the price entry is the one that many buyers will in turn reconsider their choices as well.
Yeah, so imagine 7 out of 10 is really high. You're very lenient. For me, I'll give 5.
You give 5.
Why? Why I'll give 5 is actually because if let's say we meet resale buyers that is also considering Reveal MOP units, the pricing difference is 5 to 600,000. For the convenience, you ask me to pay 5 to 600,000. Maybe I just want to stay for 4 years, for example. That's a lot of money for me to pay. I might as well buy Reveal. So I might give just a 5. Just pass only lah. Okay, so you can have your own grades to see whether your sentiments is the same as us. Okay, and just lastly, if really you have any more ideas or comments or any questions that you have, feel free to reach out to us on either number. And I think more importantly is whether you understand the strategies that we have explained so far, and whether or not you are also considering other projects upcoming like Bella Bay, Tengah, Hudson Place, still what, Lentor Gardens. Okay, Q2, there's a lot of projects for you to.
Very exciting, yeah.
A lot of things upcoming. So our analysis will come maybe 2-3 weeks apart. Coming up, very short span of time, we will have all this coming up. Okay, so we wish to speak to you in person, and just really feel free to reach out to us, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.